Hello there everybody and welcome to the What Culture channel, now 2 million subscribers strong. I am of course Ron Burgundy, joined by Veronica Corningstone for your hot slice of Hollywood scoops and Hollywood action. Coming up for you today, we've got loads of Marvel news, weirdly, including when you're going to see Captain Marvel and what's going to be in it, who could be up for the chop in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and what the title of the new Spider-Man movie could be.
Ooh, and I also am here, hello, and I've just got loads of Batman news. I've just got reams and reams of Batman installations. I have a little bit on a Batman movie that is not going to be made, the Batman movie that is being made, and then just a little tidbit on a Batman movie that has been made. So I hope you enjoy all those.
Well, that's going to be exciting, but we'll get to that in a little bit because your first story today concerns Spider-Man 3. Now, to explain precisely what's going on with the Spider-Man movies, there is the potential that me just talking about it could make it more complicated and or worse. But we do know we're supposed to be getting some kind of Spider-Man 3 as a follow-up to both Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home at some stage in the future of the world, but when and what we don't know yet. But it is coming at some point, and there has been a tease over the weekend that we are going to be getting a proper continuation, certainly in terms of titling conventions, because the word home is going to be it's great news. Home's going to be in it.
So appropriate at the moment that home is the focus of the title. I don't feel like they could have timed that better as a little tidbit to give away. But yeah, I'm excited for more Spider-Man. I think they've done really well with the reboots, and Spider-Man 3 of the old trilogy was arguably the most interesting one. So
I didn't know what you were going to say there for what was the
I almost said best.
This has led to fans across the world trying to speculate what that title could be now that we know it's got the word home in it. And Ash, if you would just humor me for a moment, I've got a couple of suggestions. I don't know if you want to rate them appropriately. Obviously, you could go for Spider-Man Homeward Bound, which is just Spider-Man gets a pet dog and the dog helps him out and things like that. You could have Spider-Man Homo Sapien, where Spider-Man goes back in time and a load of cave-dwelling spider people are there to help him. You could also have Spider-Man Home is Where the Heart Is. He just gives up that superhero life and just bakes all day with Aunt May. And Spider-Man Homeopathic, which is just, rather than, he doesn't do any science stuff with the spider gadgets.
Yeah.
He just rubs aloe vera on things.
Well,
any thoughts?
I think Homeward Bound is definitely the best one of them, because I can imagine him having his 3 massive pet spiders trying to make their way back to him, like his radioactive pals on a journey. I think that would be the most interesting of all of them, and most fitting to the canon that we've seen so far, because 3 massive radioactive spider pets definitely would find their place in what we've got.
I would also say you should probably go for Spider-Man Working From Home, which is just, it takes place during some kind of global lockdown situation where rather than getting out on the streets to save people, Spider-Man just yells at criminals from his window, as I have been doing.
Skypes into them. Hey guys, can you please pack it in? Come on.
Get all the Avengers on Zoom.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of the Avengers, we also know that sometime around about July 2020, we are going to be getting a Captain Marvel movie, all being well. But as yet, we don't know what the core context of that is going to be. However, there was some strong rumours over the weekend that with Disney Plus now basically segueing their Secret Invasion storyline away from the movies and into some kind of new show for Disney Plus, that the content of the new Captain Marvel movie is going to be to set up another Avengers film. Apparently, the talk within Disney at the minute, all unverified, I should ask. This is purely fan speculation this weekend, but all the talk within Disney is going to be that, much in the same way that the Captain America Civil War film was used to set up the Avengers as they were going into Infinity War, they're going to use the new Captain Marvel film to set up a new version of the Avengers to go into Avengers 5, I guess it would be now. Avengers 5?
Is that like the beginning of the next phase? Is it like how they're going to start running things from then on? Is Captain Marvel going to be the linchpin? What's going on with that?
Yeah, pretty much. They're going to be seeing Captain Marvel as the leader of the new Avengers. Obviously, with Captain America is somewhat indisposed, getting up 4 times during the night to go to the toilet and making this noise every time he gets in and out of a chair. So they're going to need a new, younger, fresher hero, and Captain Marvel being the most powerful one in the entire galaxy, she's a fairly good place to start.
I guess they're just after someone with Captain in the name, like the credentials are there, really, aren't they? So That makes
Captain
sense.
is merely a rank you achieve in Marvel.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting jumping off point anyway, because we don't quite know what the lineup is going to be, what heroes are going to be involved, but you can pretty much pull from any realm of the Marvel Universe, either current or future, going into Phase 4. Now, of course, the schedule for Phase 4, nobody quite knows what that is at the minute. Obviously, we should all have seen Black Widow by now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
or we're
think-
about to go see Black Widow anyway. Everything is, of course, getting pushed back because there are things going on out there. So as it stands, the new Captain Marvel is supposed to be coming out July 2020, but we'll see how that gets on with filming and with pre-production and with everything else. We don't really know when anything's going to happen, but right now, the speculation is that rather than being a Secret Invasion storyline, the Captain Marvel film is going to be about the new Avengers. Wouldn't that be nice?
I think that will be really nice. I think giving them a bit of time to breathe as well, because I think obviously Infinity War and Endgame were the cinematic events of our lifetime, of our generation. They've been 10 years in the making. I think giving them a bit of time to go, okay, this is how we're going to set things up in the future. Let's get some stuff out of the way first and just give it a bit of time to breathe is quite nice, and having the speculation period start again and everything come around where it's like, oh, what could happen? What's this? What's that? The other. And taking a whole new avenue with it as well, with Captain Marvel being the leader, I think is interesting. I'm just interested to see where they go, but also happy to give it some time as well, like to blossom, because I feel like it needs a little bit of, hey, there you go.
A little bit of hay. Yeah, we should also point
hay.
out that Disney Plus are planning on doing a Young Avengers project at some point. It's not believed that Captain Marvel's New Avengers project will intercede too much with the Young Avengers project.
Wow.
There's just going to be lots of things involving the word Avengers in the next coming years, but I think as anybody who's used that 7-day free trial of Disney Plus will tell you, they are up for that. My God, are they up for that. Now, Ash,
Yes.
you're an Instagram celebrity.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
That's me.
I fool myself into thinking that I'm a bit of an Instagram. I've only got like 6,000 and something followers, but every time I do a Q&A on Instagram, I'm like, look at all these hundreds of people who want to ask me questions. I'm sure if you ever did it, it would be in the thousands comfortably.
Oh, influencer, of course. No, I don't know what you're talking. How is this? What is this leading into?
Oh, it's a good segue.
I'm waiting
I've got
for
here.
this
Anyway, James Gunn, he's more famous than me and you combined almost,
There
I
we
would
go.
imagine. He's got hundreds of thousands
That was a lovely
of
one.
Instagram
Thank
followers.
you. That's
Thank you.
broke my
Thank you.
ego.
It's not my first time, thank you. James Gunn, he's also done, much as I do when I'm very bored and not feeling like I'm being giving enough attention, he does Q&As on Instagram, and of course, because the man's movie experience extends both into the MCU and the DCEU now, since he's cutting the new Suicide Squad film, his questions are very, very broad. And now here's the thing. This is a story that did the rounds over the weekend and was dismissed very quickly out of hand as, oh, well, he could just be talking about anything. But I want to just do a little bit more of a dive into it because, as I say, me and Ash were both incredibly famous. Thank you very much. He was asked, will someone die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3? And he simply replied, yes.
Ooh.
Now everyone at the time was like, yeah, but everyone was like, well, of course people are going to die in the film. All the baddies die. Loads of like non-named characters die. The whole Nova Corps nearly died in the first one. But here's the thing. As you and I well know, Ash, you get asked a lot of questions if you do an Instagram Q&A. Like a lot of questions. James Gunn must have been asked tens, if not hundreds of thousands of questions.
Yeah.
And you have to scroll through and pick which ones you think are interesting. Now, I cannot get away from the idea that he's sitting there. There must be so many boring questions about films he's working on. Like, oh, are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Which you could just do easy, dismissible yes or no answers to. But he went through them. Is someone going to die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Apparently.
Or I tell you what. That's worth answering. That's worth answering.
Apparently,
yes, someone
that is
is.
the level of easy yes or no answer. It seems he just has given yes as well as the answer. Of course, someone's going to die again, like you say, like the whole red shirt thing that happens in Galaxy. But it's really shook me because I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't want an actual like Guardian to die or anything. But then there's this whole other world Gamora at the moment, isn't there, from the previous installments of all the Avengers stuff? Gamora's somewhere, so maybe there's more time crossing fusion where there's like multiple versions of people that they don't have to kill off, so there's only one left. That's what I'm going to say would be the nice version of it, so that nobody actually does go away to the permanent sleep. But
Permanent sleep, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on quite quickly here because I'm very conscious of the time. He did also say, somebody said to him, any plans on doing Guardians of the Galaxy 4? I mean, after all, you did say you'd never do Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And he went, well, actually, trilogy. I never said I wouldn't do 2. I wrote the whole thing as a trilogy initially, depending on if the first thing went well, so I've got no plans on doing a 4th. So, a little bit of takeaway from this. James Gunn thinks it's an interesting question whether or not someone will die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and there will be no Guardians of the Galaxy 4. Now, if you're sitting there going, so Adam, when can I expect to see this movie? Absolutely nobody knows, because there has not been a single Marvel movie more tumultuous, more changeable, more up than down, than left than right, than on than off than Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But sometime you're going to see it, sometime, and someone may die.
That's all I want to know. Sometime is good, as long as it's coming. See, you've given us loads of comic book Marvel movie stuff. Now let me give you some other comic book movie stuff, which is...
Hit me up, Daddy-O.
Whoa, little segue after all that, which is, I said I had some Batman news for you. I do. It's not necessarily news, but it's just a little update, which is, obviously we know The Batman that's coming out, directed by Matt Reeves, is delayed at the moment due to ongoing world events, and he's had this lovely interview with the Daily Beast where he's spoken about that and his new project, which is Tales from the Loop, I believe, where he's an executive producer on Amazon. Now, The Batman is coming, and we're all very excited for it. We've got Robert Pattinson as the Dark Knight, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Paul Dano as the Riddler. Oh my God, Paul Dano! It's going to be wonderful. And he's basically talked about, in the Daily Beast, why it still works to be a superhero and a billionaire in today's climate, and that Batman is basically a timeless story. So it's kind of comforting to know that the delays or anything changing isn't specifically tied to a time period, because he feels it is so effervescent and can go across so many times that we're in at the moment. And I've got a big fat quote for that, which is, the movie that we're making, which is now on pause, is absolutely made in the context of today. It doesn't ignore any of that. I think it becomes incredibly exciting. It's like any great tale that you keep revisiting through the context of the times and also through the context of the human experience, and find new ways to come at a character that illuminates something that is meaningful to you and hopefully meaningful to an audience. Now, he's gone on lots and lots about this being a very meaningful movie to him, that he is designed about his own experience as well. So that will be nice to see his own very personal take on this. Are you excited for the Batman, Adam?
I am. I'm very excited for the Batman, and I thought I wouldn't be. Every single time they go, they're doing new Batman stuff, I go, oh, can we not just give Batman the decade off? It comes around every 3 or 4 years with a different character. And genuinely, as soon as I saw the first set photos, the first costume pictures, the first everything about this film, I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of going to get excited for that. Although we don't know when this is set yet. It's very ambiguous, because a lot of the look of it is of sort of late 70s, early 80s, but we've seen some things that apply to a bit later than that. It's kind of, they're deliberately leaving it vague for when this is set, aren't they? Yeah,
they are. I think, like you said, it's got this timeless quality. It might be like something like It Follows, where it's kind of this dreamy timescape where it's not necessarily pinned down, but it evokes the feelings of a certain period while still remaining quite modern. I think that'd be a good way to approach it. But yeah, I'm very excited for the Batman ever since I predicted that Robert Pattinson would be the Batman, which I have to shout out to our previous
very
content. So I'm trying to hair flip whilst ignoring my mic earphones. But yeah.
Wires.
Whatever they are, they're in the way. But yeah, from The Batman to a Batman movie we could have had instead. Now, you know...
this is such a good story.
It's good stuff. I don't think I can actually report on it in any way other than just delivering you what has been said, because it is ridiculous. There was obviously the talk about Darren Aronofsky having the idea for Batman, which was to have Joaquin Phoenix as the Batman, which someone commented, this is not my crack, but it's wonderful crack, which is you either die a hero or lived long enough to see yourself come the villain, because he was the Joker. I thought that was really funny. I feel like that's something you would like. But yeah.
Thank you.
The True Detective creator... Oh, bless him. Nick Pizzolatto has spoken on Instagram about what he would do for his version of Batman. It's a very close subject to his heart, apparently, that he is also... done some inspired creative choices about. Now, he's into detectives. If you couldn't tell from True Detective, he's very into detectives, and he wants to focus on the world's greatest detective.
It's easy for you to say.
What, sorry?
It's easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. The world's greatest detective. Now I finally got that out, and I'm just going to read to you what he posted on Instagram, which was basically an answer to a fan question, but there has been no fan or no question revealed. It's just been, a fan has asked me this and I'm answering it, which I think means nobody asked, and he just wanted to talk
everybody
about
does
it.
that, don't they? Loads of people are asking. Nobody's asked you. You just wanted to say
It's you and your Q&A. You just write your own questions in and answer them. That's what it is.
Shut up.
But yeah, basically, he's talked about Batman. He said... this is just the level of what we're on. Batman's no-kill policy is valid and should always remain in his version of this Batman movie. But the police does not exist. The police? The police does not exist because killing makes me bad as them or some kindergarten bull crap. I think it's supposed to be policy. The policy does not exist because killing makes me bad as them or some kindergarten bull crap. That never held any water at all. Batman's no-kill policy exists because this is in caps lock, so I'm gonna shout it. Batman's real and eternal enemy is death. Death is his real enemy. So this is what he opens with. This is the opening. Death is the enemy of Batman. Batman does not kill because death is his true enemy. He must not deliver these victims to death because that is he's not about that. His mantra is no kill. No kindergarten bull crap here. Now, there's loads more. It's a really long quote about how he's not a wounded boy, not some man-child who can't get over his parents' death. He's not an arrested child. He's not the Phantom of the Opera. He's not broken. It's a story of one human saint and all that he's done for the world. And just to skip to the end, because that's the best part of this, is if he had some time to strategize, Batman could, now importantly, Batman could credibly defeat God. So... That is the Batman film we could have been given instead of the Batman. And you know what? So please, someone give him the rights. Please, I want to see this brought to screen. I want to see it happen.
Do you know what it is?
It's ridiculous.
Pull the curtain back here. Whenever we do news on What Culture, it's usually quite good policy to at least read the stories that the other person is doing, so that you've got at least a bit of a grounding and you can provide some insight. But when I saw the headline to that particular one, I was like, I'm not going to read that. I want to be hit with the full force of that naturally on camera. And he could credibly, not like all these uncredible God killers that you get in cinema. He could credibly defeat God, and death is the true enemy.
I need this film. I need it now. I need to know what's going on with it. After all of the weird Batman stories you hear across the universe of people's ideas, Nick Pizzolatto's is the best one, and I want to see it. But yeah, as for other Batman stuff, there's been a video going around as well, just to remind you of the sort of quality of Batman we've had previously, which was a Christian Bale weight loss video that Metaflix posted. It's not recent, but it has been doing the rounds recently, and it's basically the sort of commitment that the Batman role requires, the God-killing Batman role requires.
Credible God-killing Batman role.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an interesting tidbit is that he basically went from 125 pounds in The Machinist to 220 pounds, which is ridiculous for Batman Begins. Found out he was too big, then had to drop 30 pounds again to get back to 190, and there's this whole timeline of him doing his 605 different pound losses, gains all over the place, which is ridiculous. So you know what? There is the Batman of present, and then the Batman ghost of Christmas past, and the Batman ghost of the future that we've seen here. There's all sorts. There's all sorts going on with Batman, basically, and there it all is for you. But yeah,
there you are, putting the credible into incredible body transformation. Now, before we go, we have we're going to use an and finally here, which is a little gimmick we have over on the wrestling channel. Just something fun for the end of the video. Now, this is the first time me and Ash have done these news videos, so we have gone and got it ourselves. But if you would like to submit something for an and finally, something funny you've seen doing the rounds in movie news, something irreverent, something interesting you've seen, please do tweet it to either me or Ash at Adam Clery or at Ash Millman on Twitter. But today, now everybody's having to improvise a little bit. Are you ready, by the way? Have you got your props ready for this?
Oh yeah, I've got a pencil case full of pencils,
right, cool.
And a drawing utensil.
The assorted artists from Pixar, they are like the rest of us. They are currently in the house. They are currently locked down. They're currently trying to pass the time. They have started offering free classes to Pixar fans to teach you how to draw the characters of the various Pixar movies, which is genuinely the amount of money they could charge for masterclasses like that is absurd. So for them to do this free online is absolutely excellent. We'll include a little link to it in the description below. But we just thought, since, well, I don't know why I thought we'd do this. We just thought it's pretty much. So we're going to spend 30 seconds. So James Dowse, if you so kindly put 30 seconds on the screen, me and Ash are going to attempt to draw a Pixar character from scratch in 30...
From memory?
From memory, yep, from memory. Okay. So if you've got any of those windows open, you can close them now. 30 seconds from memory, any Pixar character. Your time starts now.
Okay, oh my god.
Now, the thing is, I decided what I wanted to do right at the very start, but I can't...
Oh, so did I?
But the thing is, I've just realised I don't actually know how you draw some of the props that involved for this character.
I think... how are we supposed to know 30 seconds have gone past?
Well, I'm timing it, obviously, because I'm very clever. You got 10 left, by the way.
Oh my god, okay. Hold on. I need more time.
Genuinely, I've just gone and spent... Oh, no, I've done this really badly.
Okay, are we doing?
Time, that's it. That's 30 seconds.
Okay, right.
Right, so what have you got?
You're going to guess mine first?
Yeah, I'm going to guess yours first. What you got?
Okay, right. Your screen's over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, can you see that?
It's Ratatouille!
Just to show you up here, that is my drawing.
That's really good. Oh, God, mine's terrible.
And then this is. Oh, you guessed it straight away, yeah.
Ratatouille.
I'm showing off my drawing, but yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to show you
Ratatouille.
quickly. You can digest this, and then I'll show it to the camera.
Is that...
I'm going to have to show everybody at home now.
What? And bring that back.
Look, right. I forgot it was 30 seconds and spent 18 seconds on the hat.
Okay,
in a panic.
Is it Woody from Toy Story?
It is Woody from Toy Story,
Okay,
but I'm really ashamed of that.
No, the hat's really good, and the hat's what matters, so...
Oh, thank you very much. I managed to put some bell-bottom trousers on him, and I wrote Howdy Partner in 1 second, so it says, Howley Pal Scribble. So, yeah, as well as your selections for tomorrow's and finally, please do send us your 30-second Pixar drawings.
Yes, please.
We'll look at those over lunch, I guess. But yes, that was today's news. Thank you so much for joining us. Shout us out in the comments below. Let us know what you made of all these stories. And, of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this What Culture channel, which now has 2 million subscribers! I have, of course, been...
Party popper.
That is the party popper. I have, of course, been Adam Clery. Get me on Twitter at Adam Clery, Clery. And Ash, where can they get you if they wanted to do such a thing?
At Ash Millman, at Ash Millman. Seems we're spelling out our surnames.
There we go, yeah, cool. And the entire What Culture family at WHATCULTURE. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I've been Adam, this has been Ash, and we will see you soon. Bye!